So it appears I was wrong about something. Shout out to this comment in the last video. They explained that if you have your things maxed out, like we discussed in the last video, if you go over to, like we'll use Julei here, do the custodian here. When you can go here and put your own class abilities here, the pluses, like the apothecary plus, you can't actually do the apothecary plus and the basic apothecary that you can get in the basic elemental plot skill here. So there's apothecary and then there's apothecary plus. I thought these stacked because if you look at the elemental seeds, when you're doing those, they can stack. You can have a spirit sigil and a spirit sigil plus. That's not how the class abilities work apparently. At least according to this, there's no information on this at all. So from my understanding now, class abilities do not stack. So that's kind of a bummer and weird they would do that. They let you stack the ability seeds, but not let you stack the class abilities. Now, let's get into Julei and how to build him properly and make him the best healer you can have. There are 3 builds that I'm going to show you, as I have been with the other build guides for each other character. We have High Cleric, Sage, and Hunter. With the Hunter vessel class, the abilities are as follows. Iron Armed increases damage by 20% when using a class strike. Shockwave has a chance of stunning all enemies after using a class strike. Does not trigger on boss monsters or nemesis enemies. Illusory Chaser reduces the damage that cryptid and amorphous enemies can deal by 20% and increases the damage that can be inflicted on them by 20%. Iron Armed Plus, again, this does not stack apparently with the other Iron Armed, but this just increases the damage by 30% when using a class strike. Tenacious Drive deals 30% more damage to boss monsters. And then you have Barbed Crown that recovers 100% of HP for the entire party after using a class strike. This class vessel is good because it allows, whenever he does use his class strike, it does extra damage. It has a chance of stunning enemies. And then you recover HP, 100% HP using class strike, and it's going to be used more than once per battle, which is nice. Now if we look at the Sage class, which is one of his other pretty good ones that I recommend. So with the Sage class, we have Soothe, increases the HP recovery of the entire party's healing moves by 20%, not just Julei, the entire party. Resuscitate recovers 10% of HP every 5 seconds during battle for up to 30% of the max HP, so it's just pretty much a constant regen, which is nice. Sunlight Canopy restores 90% or more HP when reviving a falling ally. Then Soothe Plus, again this does not stack apparently, increases the HP recovery time of the entire party healings by 40% as opposed to the original 20, so it doubles. Miracle, using a move to revive one ally will revive other allies. So this is, if you revive one, you revive all. So this is pretty handy if you're trying to revive someone. Then you have Primordial Blossom, revives all fallen allies at 70% HP when Julei faints in battle. Can only activate once per battle. This is pretty much what you have on the easiest mode in the game, the difficulty. When you die, like if all party members die, you can auto revive and continue the fight. With this skill, you get that once per battle on any difficulty. So it's like a just in case, which is pretty handy because some of the later game bosses can be pretty rough on the harder difficulties. Now for the final and, in my opinion, the best class, the High Cleric. Let's look at the vessels over here, or the elemental plot for this one. This is the one that I use most with Julei because it makes him a straight up he's a straight up healer, which is what I use him for mostly, honestly. You have Lamp Bloom Healing, increases the HP recovery of his own healing moves by 100%. So any healing he uses, increase that by 100%. That's already, we're starting off great with this. Aromatic Mint removes status effects when restoring HP with his own healing moves. So anytime he uses any kind of healing, like Healing Light or later on Healing Light Plus, you will automatically remove any debuffs, which is pretty awesome because you have Twinkle Rain here that will remove an ally's status effects, but with Aromatic Mint, it does that automatically on any of the healing spells. So that kind of becomes not really needed, honestly. Strong Roots nullifies all damage from a blow that would otherwise be fatal. Again, only activated once per battle. This is similar to some of the other ones that Val has, and I believe Palomina has one as well. Earnest Devotion, healing magic consumes 80% less MP during battle. This is massive. 80% less MP? That's crazy, dude. Then Glowing Grace revives all fallen allies at 40% HP after using a class strike. Can only be activated once per battle. So when you use a class strike with Julei, you can revive all fallen allies at as it says, at 40% HP once per battle. That's pretty handy. My favorite by far is the Earnest Devotion, and then you have the Aromatic Mint. Those two are so handy because you can heal, debuff, and use 80% less MP by doing so. Those are huge, in my opinion. Now, let's talk about the moves here. What you want to have is Holy Bolt, which will do light damage to an enemy, and Poison Bubble. Those are your two damaging moves, but Poison Bubble also has a chance to debuff or put a poisoning effect on the enemy, which is very handy. You want that. And as far as like your healing things, you have Healing Light, which recovers one ally's HP. Healing Light Plus recovers the entire party's HP. Now again, if you're running High Cleric, this Healing Light Plus and Healing Light will also have the Twinkle Rain effect of removing any status effects. But if you're not running High Cleric, you want to have Twinkle Rain as well, because this will remove debuffs like poison, Moogle, stuff like that. Cure Water, which is essentially regen. It'll you recover HP over a short period of time. Then Regen Plus, or Cure Water Plus, I'm sorry, uses the power of water to restore an entire party's HP over a short period of time. And then Revivify, which uses Power of Wood to revive a fainted ally. It gives you a revive. So these are some of the important skills to have here. Again, make sure you have these set to auto use on. You want to have this little green check mark, play button, triangle, whatever it is. You want to have this, make sure it's on. Then for your shortcuts, have this at whatever you want, honestly. I have Cure Water Plus, Healing Light Plus, and Poison Bubble. I could probably swap this out, honestly. Now for Julei's Seeds, you want to have things that are going to increase his magic defense and his spirit and maybe his magic attack and basic defense as well if you want. These are the ones that I have at the moment that I've been messing with. Spirit Sigil Plus, Shield Mirror Sigil Plus, and basic extra MP. You want to have any extra MP as much as you can get, because you're going to be using a lot of healing, especially on the harder difficulties, and increasing spirit stuff. So increase spirit, increase intelligence, increase magic defense. Those are 3 main stats you want to go for with him, as far as I understand. Now for Julei's strategy. You want to have protection is paramount. This will focus on assisting allies and only attacking enemies when the situation is needed. Target, you want to have attack other enemies. Moves and magic, you want to have reserve resources. Items, again, reserve resources as always. Moves, magic, have all these turned on. And then use your elemental vessel. So his is pretty much the same as the rest of them, except this time we're targeting other enemies and we are doing protection as paramount because he's a healer. Now as far as his best team, always have Val, of course, for the ability to be the tank and pull aggro. That way no one else is being attacked. That's what I found to use the most with Val, and it works well, I think, in my opinion. And then Palomina for the magic damage. So you have a physical striker and someone that's going to pull aggro. You have Palomina that's going to dish out an insane amount of magic damage if you built her properly. I'll have a link to that guide below, as well as the other ones as well. So those are the 2 you want to have with Julei, and then have your High Cleric Julei that way, or any Julei you want, but mostly the High Cleric one in my opinion. But that way you can heal and revive as needed. So if you guys have been enjoying these guide videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're so close to hitting 3,000, which is crazy. So huge shout out to you guys for showing support and love to the channel. I greatly appreciate you guys. As always, huge shout out to the YouTube channel members. I greatly appreciate you guys so much. You guys have made doing this so much fun, hanging out in the live streams as well. We have one more guide video for Karina. Look forward to that soon in a couple days, maybe even tomorrow. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.